Hey coaches, it's Coach Nicole here from QIAFit Lafayette coming at you with today's workout. So we're just going to get right to it, shake off the dust with some dynamic movements, 45 seconds apiece. So we're starting with inchworms. We touch our toes, walk it down, inch those feet back in, get that good stretch out of the hamstrings, and bring it on back. So they'll be going back and forth on their mat. The next one is a step and twist. So we step and twist. Eyeballs follow the fingertips, okay? We'll alternate that. And anybody who needs to can, of course, drop that back knee if it's a little bit more comfortable. Scap push-ups can either be done from a push-up position or a quadruped position. So what we want to do is pull those shoulders down and away from our ears. I'm going to hold my rib towards my pelvis so that I stay tight in my abs. And from here, neutral spine, drop my chest and push away. I really like to cue, push the ground away so that we really engage those muscles that are gonna support any upper body movements later today. Quadruped inner thigh rock. So we stay in that quadruped position. I'm gonna kick my foot out to the side so that you can tuck the toes or keep them out flat, whatever's more comfortable. Or anybody who has issues with knees can, of course, stand up, do something very similar with that lateral lunge, okay? And then cat-cow, we're gonna tuck the chin, round the back, pull the hips in, and again, 45 seconds for that. Glute bridges, we're gonna keep those feet flat, okay? I'm gonna brace my abs, squeeze the glutes, and get those hips up, okay? And so then the rest of your warm-up, we're gonna go ahead and use that time to explain what we have for round one with these partner Tabatas. So everything's gonna be on your time as the coach, okay? So 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, it's gonna go by quick. So the way it's set up is that there are 3 different sets. Partner 1 will be doing one thing, partner 2 will be doing another, okay? And you should be okay to have everybody on the same set just because each partner group will need one piece of equipment, but if you need to, you can have some groups on set 1, some on set 2, some on set 3, and bring everybody together where it says together 1 minute. They'll just stay with their partner, but that'll be, the group kind of goes at that one time only, okay? So set 1, we have partner 1 doing that high plank hold, so we wanna squeeze, keep those shoulder blades down and back, squeeze the glutes, and adjust as needed. So if anybody needs to bring it down to balance level onto the knees, that's fine. Partner 2 is going to be doing that resistance band bent over row. So we want to sit the hips back, squeeze the glutes, get a little more horizontal, and I'm going to row in towards my ribs. If the elbows are up here, we're not going to get good movement. That's too much for the traps. We want to get a little bit lower so we get the lats. That together where we go sit up high five, I'm going to sit across from my partner, link our feet so that we sit up, and we're going to high five across, a little bit of patty cake here. Anybody who needs to can, of course, do crunches instead, and they just may not be able to do a high five, and that's totally okay. As we move on, that reach to the sky, so these next 2 movements can be, basically the girls don't have to get up and down for them, okay? One partner's going to be doing reach to the sky. The other partner will be doing a handbag, supine handbag, pull over. So I'm going to have that handbag, I'm going to hold tight like I usually do for a dead bug. I'm going to tuck my chin, okay? That handbag is going to go up and over, but I'm going to stay tight in these back muscles and rip that handbag back into the starting position, okay? If you see that low back start to round or they're going too far past their range of motion, then we need to kind of limit that, remind them to maybe not go so far back with that handbag because we want to use those lats and not pop out those shoulders. The next one, when we go together, so after you switch through that Tabata 5 times, we'll go together, surrender, lunge, high five. So it's going to be lead leg, trail leg, high five, trail leg, lead leg, switch. So lead leg, trail leg, high five. Okay. Anybody with restrictions can, of course, do reverse lunge. Okay. High five it from there. And then as you move on, set 3 is going to be wood chop with a stationary march. So it really focuses on posture. Got to make sure people aren't teeter-tottering. And it's going to be that balance. Okay. So if I have a lightweight or a handbag, or you could use non-weighted too, because sometimes that's challenging enough. And the leg that comes up, I'm going to balance on the opposite, and I'm going to chop across, all while keeping my posture and balance. So what you want to remind them, place the heel into the ground, grip with the big toe, and also keep that down leg straight. If it starts to bend, we're gonna lose it through our hips. So really keep that posture and core on. And then the other partner's gonna be doing the barbell or kettlebell RDL. So I use my lats to keep that barbell or the kettlebell in place. It should slide down your thighs. If it's falling out to here, we want to remind them, hey, pull that barbell, pull that kettlebell into your body. Otherwise, we get too much torque on the low back, and we don't want to be messing with that. So tell them, keep it tight and squeeze those glutes, okay? And when we bring it all together, it's going to be a Russian handbag twist. So if my partner's sitting right here, we're going to pass it, okay, and tap to the ground once it gets to my side. After a minute, I'll tell the ladies, hey, halfway, so that we can all swivel around and get a little bit of break in there, because 2 minutes on that Russian twist might be a lot. So, cool. All right, as we move on to round 2, what we're going for is we're going to do a time station. So it's going to be 4 minutes, but tell the partner groups to pair up with another partner group. So now we have groups of 4. So instead of one person doing like partner 1 stuff, partner 2 stuff, it's going to be partners 1 and 2, and then partners 3 and 4. And they'll switch based on the reps that they're getting, okay? So for set 1, partners 1 and 2 will be doing high 5 push-ups. So push-ups however they need to, whether it is a Kaya, strength, or balance push-up. So if they're doing that push-up, they're going to high 5 across until they get 10 reps, while the other partners are doing bike abs, okay? So we know those bike abs, they'll just do it next to their partner. And so when partners 1 and 2 have completed their 10 reps, do-si-do partners 3 and 4, so that they, all get through those reps, okay? So it'll be continuous for that 4 minutes. So tell them they got to keep pushing it, and we're really working, we're working together through this one. As we move on to set number 2 in this round, we have partner resistance band rows. We'll alternate those right and left if you need to. It just kind of depends on what equipment you have available, because if you have 2 different resistance bands sizes for a group, I would just say use 1 band and keep it at that. So if I'm facing my partner, I'm going to sit into a nice athletic position, brace through the torso, and we're both going to hold it in the right hand so that we both let out together and contract, okay? Pull it back so that we get 20 on the right, switch hands, 20 on the left, okay? And remember, we don't want to be swiveling, we want to stay tight. So once we get 20 on each, and partners 3 and 4 are doing plank pikes, then we'll switch. So that plank pike should look like this, okay? We're in that high plank position, booty comes up, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs on the way down, okay? And they're just going continuous for that. You can, of course, drop it down to that forearm plank. It's a little more challenging this way, okay? You want to see that those ladies are sliding back in those shoulders as they go through that. Set 3, you go, I go, partner V-ups. That can be done with 2 legs or 1 leg. So the way that should look is you go, I go. So I'm going to go for rep 1. Then my partner goes for rep 2. I go for rep 3, partner goes for rep 4. You can, of course, do it from that 2-leg position and modify as needed for everyone who needs it. Once they get their 20, partners 3 and 4 will let go of their boat hold, and they'll go for their 20 reps. Again, it's just going to be continuous for them through those 4 minutes. That partner leg support boat hold, so I'm facing my partner, we're going to lock legs, and I'm going to hold my hands in front for that traditional boat hold, bring it up here, or if I want to challenge it, bring my hands up a little bit higher, but again, posture is everything on that. And then the 4th set, we go that you go, I go. We have a total of 20 single leg deadlifts. So that one partner, so you should get 5 reps on each side. So if I'm with my partner, I'm going to squeeze and set my shoulder blades, and I like to tell my girls, you want to pretend like you have this all locked in an ice block, all right? So that everything kind of moves together. It's not here and then here. We want to keep it all together, okay? So it's that same thing with that balance. Okay, so I'll get my 1 rep, my partner will get rep 2. I'll get rep 3, rep 4. You should alternate which leg you do it on. So once we get 20, our partners who are over there doing handbag or kettlebell swings, we'll go ahead and switch with them. And again, continuous through that 4 minutes. Keep them moving.